Last year, model and social media influencer Nara Smith became an online sensation. Adorned in designer clothing and recording from a luxurious home, Smith talks to her audience through the creation of exquisite meals, punctuated with comments about her life as a homemaker. In one video, she states that her children woke up coughing, so, of course, she made them homemade cough drops. But while the sentiment behind these videos may seem sweet, the reality is rotten to the core. Business Insider of August 7th, 2024 explains. Smith and her videos, each with millions of views, epitomize the ideal of the trad wife. A religious woman who follows traditionally feminine domestic roles with ease, grace, and subservience to her husband. This romanticized concept is not only largely unattainable, but masks the financial dependency and social isolation that these women become victims to. So to understand the full scale of the trad wife movement, we must analyze its causes, harms, and potential solutions. Because as one former trad wife states in a January 2024 interview with the Hollywood Reporter, you're at your husband's mercy when you sign up for the trad wife life. While regressive expectations for women and selling unattainable lifestyles over social media are nothing new, the modern phenomenon of the trad wife is largely a symptom of two causes: gendered economic expectations and algorithmic social engineering. Firstly, gendered economic expectations make tradwifery an appealing alternative to modern feminism. For hundreds of years, women's domestic labor has been the backbone of our male-dominated society. In response, modern feminist movements attempted to emancipate women from their domestic labor and increase their participation in the workforce. But according to a October 2023 Gender Equity Policy Institute report, women still spend more than twice the amount of time doing housework and taking care of children than men, because of factors like the inequity of housework, the wage gap, and the rising cost of childcare. Being a working mother is an unappealing pathway for certain women. So rather than try and balance work life with home life, some women are incentivized to reject the system altogether and instead focus on the family. And they are. According to a 2024 Women of the Workforce study, women are leaving the American workforce at the highest rate in years. Because if you can't have the best of both worlds, you might as well have the best of one. But living with economic anxiety alone does not make a trad wife, leading us to our second cause: the promotion of trad wife content due to the work of social media algorithms. According to an August 2023 Northwestern Now article, social media algorithms are designed in a way that reward online content that is controversial or sensationalized. And surrounding trad wives is a larger debate about feminism. So algorithms work overtime to spread their content and ideology. Just as TikToker St. Williams. In the caption of a recent video, she states, "While the world continues to condemn traditional wives, I'll continue to live my truth." Armed with soft smiles and a pink floral apron, she's the perfect conservative Barbie. William cooks, cleans, and positions feminism as an attack on her way of life. And these narratives extend to established political conservative commentators. A quick Google search and you land on Brett Cooper's trad wives are triggering feminists. And the algorithms love it. According to a 2024 Media Matters study, they found that after watching and liking trad wife content on TikTok, in one afternoon, their For You page was saturated with extremist material. By bombarding users with content, social media algorithms work to normalize these ideologies and increase women's participation in the trad wife movement. Considering this context, it is no wonder that influencers like Smith are gaining such impressive viewership. But what this audience rarely sees until it is too late are two major harms: potential for abuse and right-wing weaponization. Firstly, by reinforcing extreme traditionalist values, trad wife ideology confines women to unpaid labor within the home, leading to a combination of financial dependency and social isolation that makes them prime targets for abusers. Former trad wife Tia Levings explains in a September 2024 interview with The Independent. She attributes the abuse she faced by her husband to the dangerous lifestyle. She states, "There's not a bank account to turn to. There's no agency to just start asking questions or to change your life if you decide you want something different." Leving's experience highlights the inherent isolation from resources that the trad wife lifestyle entails. Without any social connection, the dangers women face are left unaddressed, because women who are socially isolated and deprived of their economic autonomy are more susceptible to unhealthy household dynamics. According to Forbes of April 2021, lack of financial knowledge or resources is the #1 indicator of whether a victim of domestic violence will leave an abusive relationship. And second, the foundational social elements of the trad wife are politically weaponized by the far right. Now, some trad wives are truly just out here making sourdough or homeschooling their children. But in the aforementioned 2024 Media Matters study, they found that nearly a third of all trad wife content surveyed contained conspiracy theorists, as well as misogynistic, racist, white supremacist, and broadly far-right narratives. Vice on March 10th, 2023 elaborates that one common hashtag used among the community, hashtag revolt against the modern world, has ties to European fascism and Christian nationalism, yet is mixed in with ones like hashtag homemaker. To outsiders who aren't privy, trad wives are sympathetic, reinforcing ideas of protecting white women and children. As moderate viewers engage with this content, their algorithm continually feeds them more extremist material, effectively radicalizing them into the alt-right pipeline. Given this, we must examine solutions to help mitigate these harms. Let's examine two sets, on organizational and on personal levels. First, because so much of the harms of trad wifery relies on denigrating women, countering them means supporting organizations that uplift them. The End Violence Against Women Coalition is one such organization. Not only have they partnered with Hope Not Hate to create a guide for preventing gender-based violence against women, they also provide support for victims of domestic violence. And we must also take action against the systems that support the trad wife movement. One such organization is the Algorithmic Justice League, which focuses on combating biases in AI systems, like social media algorithms. Check out the link in the description to find ways to support these organizations. And second, on a personal level, we must change our social media behavior. When you're scrolling and you come across a video of a trad wife, pay attention to the message they're sending. If the video contains misogynistic, homophobic, racist, or otherwise harmful messages, report it, or add a community note. And if you're like me and you still love to watch videos of people making sourdough, you still can. Instead of supporting these trad wives, focus your attention on ideologically progressive accounts. Scan my QR code to find ways to support, check out the link in the description to find ways to support these organizations and to find my personal recommendations. So you can watch pretty baking videos without the white supremacist caption. Today, we've discussed causes, harms, and potential solutions to help mitigating the problems posed by the trad wife movement. This movement is more than just beauty and babies. It threatens women's economic independence and promotes a hostile political and media climate. But we can fight it together. While the trad wife life may work for Nora Smith, it will not work for me.